Alright guys, I really do appreciate the support on the last videos. Thank you for the support to the YouTube channel. Donate to the Cash App, donate to the GoFundMe. I'm just wondering, I didn't watch, I seen parts of it after it was over with, of that Bad Bunny Super Bowl show. Well, I'm wondering who authorized that, guys. I'm wondering how many heads rolled with the NFL now that their viewership's down because of what they authorized. I mean, here it is. They could have got anybody to perform this freaking show, and they freaking get this guy that stood up there at the Grammys and said, "We want ICE out." Before I even talk about God, we want ICE out. Is basically how he put it. That's horrible, man. Why would you want? That's not a representation of our country. And then he comes there and he sings his music from Puerto Rico, Spanish, that nobody understands, singing about his culture. When you come to America, you accept our ways. That's what our country was part of. I think what our country was founded on, and not only just that, Christian values. There wasn't nothing about unity in that whole performance. I mean, nothing. And to bring our flag out there and fly our flag around, um, you know, that was disrespectful to our flag. That's not what my grandfather fought for. And believe me, my grandfather was in the Korean War. He fought for that flag, for us to have our freedoms, just like a lot of other people's grandfathers out there. And as far as what Kid Rock did, and they're saying it was, this or that or the other for Turning Point. Well, people change. A song that they sang 20 years ago don't necessarily mean they were going to sing that particular song. And we're all sinners. It's like I said about Jelly Roll the other day. We all have a past. Some of our past is not as bad as some other people's past, but people grow up. A song that he sang 40 years ago or 20 years ago, the way he did it, just because it had some horrible lyrics, doesn't mean he would do it that way today. It's called you grow in your faith, which is what we should all do. They could have got anybody up there for the Super Bowl to bring some real unity to our country, not some strange person or some guy that didn't agree with our values and beliefs. It's just, and to think people had to sit there and watch that. Why would you put somebody up there that you don't understand what they're saying? But it's funny, all these people want to come to our country, but they don't want to accept our values. And I'm not against immigration at all. I'm not against ICE. I'm not against either side of it. You do it legally, you do it safely. That's the way to do it. And as far as what ICE is doing, they're removing criminals, which is what they should do. Alright guys, just wanted to give my opinion on the whole Bad Bunny situation in the Super Bowl. I mean, maybe next year they'll pick somebody better, I hope. From what I understand, it's the worst it's been, and we're one of the worst performances ever. And the little bit I seen of it was enough for me to say that it is. Alright, I appreciate the support. Like, subscribe, share. And I'll catch you guys around on the next video.